Oh shit.
I'll start that now. Ladies and gentlemen, coming at y'all live tonight. Dub and my people over here, Drees, aka Lex Luger, in the building. And this vlog comes inspired tonight by a subscriber. Um, the brother asked a question, and I did my best to answer the question, but I feel as though at the time I couldn't do it justice because it was so many stones that were left unturned, and I wasn't able to really give it 110 and give a real good explanation to what the question was being, to the question that was being asked. So tonight, I'm gonna venture off into the realms of game and do my best to answer this brother's question. Um, First of all, before we even get started, I want to send a shout out to the fellas that's in the chat. Brian Bourne, Roll the Tape, my brother from another mother. Appreciate having y'all here tonight. You know what I'm saying? Always good and a pleasure to see y'all. That's right. B Dot is in the house. You hear me? Big Trini. What's you guys? OW and oh man, I shouldn't even read it. What's happening with the Trini cousin? How you doing, bro? You know, it's all good. Greg G in the building. We had to have y'all over here. But before I venture off into answering this question, I think we actually need to define what game is. Game is one of those words that has many meanings, but like no true definition. Let me give you an example of what I'm saying. Like, man, what the hell are you talking about, OW? What you mean? We all know what the fuck game is. Uh, Maybe, we all got different definitions. So when we was coming up, you had that one cat in the hood, you know, he was like 14 years old. Nigga was already 6'3". He made it to high school. He shaking up everything in the fucking gym. He dunking from half court. And like, man, that boy got game. He a beast with the rock, cat unstoppable. So that's one definition that we have of game. All right. You take a walk back to the hood. You got little Shaniqua over there on the corner. Bitch ain't work a day in her life, but she got a fire ass Mercedes sitting up in the project. She's like, damn, girl, what you doing? How you get all this? You know what I'm saying? Boy, look, I got my kids, I get my food stamps, I get my welfare, and I get money under the table because I work somewhere and I get tips. They say she a bad bitch because why? She know how to game the system. All right. That's another form of game. But this particular form of game right here, what I think the brother was asking in question of was like, did he need game to get at the females or whatnot from another country, or we're just gonna say abroad in particular, you know. There's game when it comes down to meeting women, there's game when it comes down to maintaining a relationship. Definitely with that. But to me, when we go to talking about game and meeting people and acquiring these relationships or whatnot, these endeavors that you're looking into, that particular type of game to me is a pretty word for deception, you know, because you think about when you engage with a person for the first time. Have you ever heard the saying that when you initially meet a person, you're not really meeting them, you're meeting their representative? So basically, this person is portraying to be something that they're not to gain the attention of said person. So if you're a game artist, basically, you're a little bit more than a con artist slash deception specialist. Uh, Me, myself, personally, I don't like to deceive people. But when you break this game shit down into its rawest element, it's basically deception. It's deception at its finest. It's well-tuned deception. Because how the old game saying going is how they say that the game doesn't change, but the rules remain the same. So the rule when you trying to get into these latest cookies or whatnot, you actually go into these different environments, which may be different cities in the United States, but for the sake of this conversation, different countries. You're interjecting yourself into these different environments, and you're finding out what is, how we would say this, is acceptable in this environment, or what the people in that particular environment deem as valuable. And what you do is, once you do gain that knowledge, you tend to portray what these people deem as valuable in order to achieve what you want, which 9 out of 10 is the cookie. That's what he talk about. When we talk about dating abroad, you want you some cookies. I say the other word, y'all know what I'm talking about. These what these cats is doing. So, I mean, if you want to run game, hey, that's fine by me. Do you need it? We're gonna get into that topic later on. And pretty much give a breakdown of what I think from my viewpoint, Drees as well, what you may need when you venture off into these other countries. Do you need game in order to talk to these people? Do you need to use deception? Is what I really want to ask, when you ask me that question. Are you good at deceiving people? Can you sell a motherfucker a dream? Can you be someone that you really are not in said environment to appease the people who are there? Because that's what game is in its rawest form. If you were a person that doesn't necessarily believe in game and you just walk up and you're just being yourself, well, that's a less different level. But there's a lot of snake oil salesmen on here who will tell you to lie to get what you want. They will tell you to maybe dress a different way to get you what you want. All these are forms of deception because this isn't who you really are, gentlemen. You know this isn't who you are. You don't want to wear them tight ass skinny jeans up to your crotch. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be walking around with no purse like one of these fucking amigos or some shit. I be seeing these little boys walking around here like that, twerking their little ass and shit because it's hip. That's their form of game. And I guess someone likes that. So they adapt to that environment and become that. But really back at home, that's not you. I didn't see you before, cousin. That ain't you. You know what I'm saying? So that's their form of game. All right. So now that we have a definition of game, oh yeah, and don't forget about Barry Sanders. Now that brother had game. To watch him run the rock, that was some elusive, entertaining ass shit. Now he had game. Well, let's just say I take that back. He had natural ability and he had knowledge of the game. That made him who he was. So there are people out here who are, how we want to say that, just naturally tall or naturally fit or naturally handsome. All right. Those are tangibles that you're born with. That wouldn't necessarily be deemed as game. That would be deemed as just like I said before, natural tangibles. You was born with that. No one had to teach you that. You were just blessed and you used those to acquire women. And just so happened those tangibles come in pretty good in the dating market. All right. You got a nice set of arms, your stomach ain't hanging down to your fucking kneecaps. Maybe you could say words that are more than 3 or 4 syllables because there are women out here who are attracted to a man with a mind. I haven't seen many, but they out here. Just saying, that's just me. You may come across nerds all the time, but for the most part, this is what they like. So, moving right along. Since we've established what game is in its essence, in its rawest form, we're going to move forward to answering the question, do you actually need game when you go into these other said countries or whatnot? So, Dries, since you're on the show right now and you my ace boom coon, I respect your opinion. What do you think? Do these brothers need game when they go across seas to engage with these women, so to speak?
For us, the way I see it, you need game just about everywhere outside of Sasua, bro. Sasua, so many people are used to leading with that pimp hand that that game is non-existent. But yes, you do need game because the world is bigger than the place than Sasua, than the places that we've traveled, than the places that we've frequented and constantly go to. But yeah, you do need game. And somebody said refer to game as lies. It's not necessarily lies. It's actually not telling a lie, yet at the same time withholding all the truths. You know what I'm saying? That's what game is. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Plain and simple.
right, right. Which is a form of deception. I didn't lie to you. I just told you part of the truth. That's some deceiving shit. Well, I didn't lie to you. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't lie.
Who go complain with you? You ain't lying to
Hey,
nobody.
there you go. There you go.
That's
That's the
not
whole thing
deception.
about it. It's not.
No, it's withholding. You know what I'm saying? But the loss of the game is the reason why you got motherfuckers throwing money up in the air in Sasua.
Yeah, you got a point there. Hold on, I gotta bring this brother into here, and we wanna. Well, I want to welcome Jay Lever to the chat. How you doing tonight, Jay Lever?
What's up, OW? What's up, Drees? How you brothers doing, man?
What's up,
Oh, we
man?
doing? We doing all right, man. Can't
Can
call
you
it, man.
guys hear me all right? Because when I was on standby, it kind of sounded like you guys were breaking up. I don't know if it was my phone or if they were hearing that in the chat as well.
Nah,
Well,
nah.
you're okay now. You're okay now. I heard a little breakup with you, but you good now.
Yeah,
Okay.
your shit is right. You know, I want to talk with a deeper voice now. Shit, you know
Hey
what I'm
man, I
saying?
was
Your
that way, brother. Don't play a hate. You know what I'm saying? That's how I rap to
Yeah,
these
yeah,
got
chicas, brother. You know what I'm saying? I come with that Barry White shit. You know how it is.
yeah. Oh,
oh
bro,
shit. He Borgin. You heard that?
just a
Hey
little bit.
man, deep voice, no Spanish, but I'm working on that. You know what I'm saying? So it'll work itself out.
Right.
Yeah, there you go, man. There you go. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Look, time, a little change. We can learn something new every day. But
Absolutely.
Jay Lover, we appreciate you having you on the panel tonight, my brother. Dries, did you have any other opening comments to make to go along
Nah, nah,
with that
nah,
question?
nah. Pass the mic over
Okay,
to the left. You know what I'm
Jay Lover, we're gonna present you with the same question. Um, I've known you to be as an avid traveler. You've been to different places or whatnot, a couple of different countries, and some of the well, I can say some of one of the subscribers were interested. He wanted to know. He was like, when I go to these different places, do I need game to engage with these particular women in these different places, or how should I approach the situation? You know, and I was limited in my response at the time because I only had a certain amount of time. But now that I have other brothers from the traveler community on the panel as well, I would love to get your insight on it. And how do you feel about this thing called game?
I'm gonna say this, man. You know, I had old schoolers back in the day when I was a shorty, man, was told me game is to be sold, not told. And what that simply means is this. You know, it all depends on what you coming down there for. I mean, if you got a pocket full of money and you gonna wave it around, you gonna get that type of game. But if you looking for some legit game, you got to use your mouthpiece. So there's different types of game. You know, we all play a game in one form or fashion. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day, when it pertains to us brothers, it's about the money game and how much we can keep in our pocket. So if you got a solid mouthpiece, man, you ain't putting no money out there. But if your mouthpiece is fucked up, you may have to come off those ends. So the game is the game is the game. You feel what I'm saying?
Right, right. I totally agree. I totally agree.
You know, but
Well, I,
to answer that particular brother's question, I couldn't answer it not knowing how much game he has, not knowing how he moves and shakes with women in the States. And even if he doesn't deal with women in the States, if you go overseas and you act like a new jack, they're going to naturally assume you a new jack in the States. So your game ain't for shit. You know, I mean, what type of game is that brother working on? I'm not trying to disrespect the guy that asked the question, but, you know, again, man, if you got game, that's something you ain't even got to ask, bro. Your game is going to speak for itself.
well, this this is fucked up what I'm about to say, but I'm gonna say it anyway. In my viewpoints, from what I've seen, just living life in general, game can only go so far with certain individuals, and I'm gonna explain to you what I mean by that. Once you cross a threshold of so much fucked upness, you know what I'm saying? Like just be blatant with it, you know, you're just extremely morbidly obese. Your teeth, they're just sitting in the back of your head. You don't have many of them. Maybe your head, I don't know. You're just a fucked up individual. You're like 4'3", 280 pounds. I don't know. You just fucked up. It comes to a certain degree where I don't care how much you get game you have, you know, you're gonna have to come out your pocket with some type of plata, dinero, you know, some type of exchange there, you know, because there's some people that believe if you strictly just have game, you don't have to come up out your pocket with shit. I mean, just your presence alone, you know, at that's beneficial enough, you know, that's good enough as it is. So my response to him was like, I can't really see him, and even if I did, I wouldn't give another man an appraisal like that. But these are things that you have to have in your mind and yourself that you know when you get up in the morning and look in the mirror and be like, okay, I could have all the game in the world, but I know I look like Elephant Man on Tuesday morning. What can I do to move forward from here? All right. I know game, mouthpiece, and you gotta look at a lot of these women out here nowadays. Game ain't what it was worth 10 years ago, you know, so even 20 years ago. For game ain't what it was worth 5 years ago. These women that heard every line in the fucking book, trying to be an original. Hey, good luck at that. You know what I'm saying? So,
But you know what, bro? Not to cut you off, but see, when we talk about game and real game, bro, let me tell you something. Growing up on the south side of Chicago, there was an old schooler. We called him Silky Blue. Silky Blue ain't the most handsome motherfucker in the world, but he's an old school P. And we don't call them pimps, we call them P's. That means you shooting a P, you shooting a pimping. You dig what I'm saying?
right.
And one thing that man taught me, man, is your time is worth a hell of a lot more than money. Because you can always get more money, but you'll never get that time. So when you're talking about game doesn't necessarily relate to money. A motherfucker having a mouth. Man, you got motherfuckers that could be 300 pounds and pulling more bitches than somebody that looks like black supermodel. What's that motherfucker's name? That Boris Cujo or that you know what I'm talking about, man. Them little pretty boy motherfuckers.
Yeah, I was gonna
You
say
got guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got guys that ain't even on that level that's got better game than them. Look at Will Smith, a millionaire. A millionaire. All these bitches want him, and his game didn't mean shit when Jada was fucking with that young boy. You dig what I'm saying? It ain't what you do, it's how you do it, bro. So when a motherfucker say, do I have to have game going overseas? My best recommendation, man, just be yourself. Your game is going to be sold, not told. So if a bitch feels your groove, she's going to vibe with you. If she don't, on to the next bitch. But I would tell that man, if you going overseas, you got the upper hand because you the prize, bro. So
Damn it. Oh, damn, bro. He's right about that. Brother, you need to come back on the chat, bro. You was cooking just now. You was cooking with fish oil, my man. Yeah, come on back on here. But yeah, I agree with a lot of things the brother was saying just then. And he was getting to the point that I really agree with him. And that's my biggest hang up with the whole dude, does he need game thing? I don't want the brother to go over there trying to be something that he's not to appease to the masses, so to speak. If you're going overseas, just be yourself. All right. That's the best thing you could do starting out. All right. Oh, here we go. Jay Lover, there you go, brother. I don't know what happened, bro, but I responded to you right quick, man. You can go ahead on and finish cooking, bro. You was on the road. Hello?
yeah, I'm sorry, fellas. Oh,
You back?
hey, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear
Yep.
you.
Yeah, I don't know. I think this is probably acting up on my end because I'm on my cell phone. So I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. Again, like I say, man, the game is to be sold, not told. That's why they call it the game. You know what I'm saying? You selling shit. You trying to pass yourself off as to something. Man, I say fuck game. I'm Jay Lover. You dig what I'm saying? When I shoot at a bitch, I come as myself. And she's
Yeah,
either
right.
feel it, she can smell when I'm cooking or she could tell me to go fuck myself. But see, I don't chase bitches, I replace bitches. So I'm always in an all-win situation. I'm never losing. You feel me?
Yeah, you're right. And that's the way it should be, brother. That's the way it always should be.
We don't chase, we replace. On to the next. So, and so far as game, that young man, that brother, I don't know what his age is, he don't need no game. Just be yourself, bro. Be yourself. If a chick is digging you, you'll know it. If she ain't digging you, you know it. If it's about your money, you gonna know it. But be true to yourself in the States or overseas. Fuck that game shit, because a lot of times when you play a game, you wind up getting played. Because you might bump into a bitch that can play that game better than you can. So just be yourself.
Well, you see, this is why I think the brother was kind of second guessing and doubting himself. I mean, I'm just speaking from a place in the heart, I'm just being honest. You coming from a place over here where we just been taught ever since, since knee high to a grasshopper, man, you got to have your game if you're going to get with these broads. Now, in his particular situation, I feel as though he may have been trying to run game or acquire game or doing some form of some fuckery here and it's not working for him. So in his mind, he's thinking, I've been here for 35 years, 25 years, however old the brother is. And like this so-called game shit that I've been sold, it hasn't been working for me. So do I want to take this same mentality somewhere else? Like, do I have to have this and bring this over there for me to function? Because this game shit ain't working for me here. And I think a lot of brothers, that's the reason why, not all, I'm not gonna speak for all y'all in here, but just in general, men in general, that's why they're opting out to go to other
OW, I don't know if you
places.
still talking or not, but I can't hear a damn thing, bro.
Oh,
Can you hear me?
Drees, can you hear
Yeah,
me?
I can
Oh,
hear.
that's his phone. Oh yeah, he
Oh,
going in and
okay.
out.
Well, yeah, I can't hear OW now. See, I thought it was my phone, Drees. I don't know what the hell is going on, but yeah,
Yeah,
man. I
but I
understand the
think,
topic, and I think it's a good topic because a lot of guys go over there with the misconception that they gotta.
oh, there you go, nosedive. But picking up from where I was at, I was stating that maybe that brother, when he was going over there, and just brothers in general, they're trying to get away from that game shit to go other places, to whereas maybe they could be themselves and be accepted as that. Not to have to be somebody that they seen on TV. Not to be the last motherfucker that was on BET Awards last month. Just my name is Tommy. I want to be Tommy. My name is Jackson. I want to be Jackson. Jeter, don't say shit. I know you in there. I ain't talking about you because I know I see you. I'm just using the last name. You know what I'm saying? But I kind of think that's why the brother was approached me with that question. And also, you can go on YouTube right now. There's a plethora of YouTube channels. That's all they talk about, and sell people that shit. Actually, it's a product. Game is actually being sold. Like, look, you come to my class, I'm gonna teach you how to run game, and then you could get some pussy. Oh, by the way, my class starts off at $499. That's $499 for a single consultation, and you too can run game like me. And it's like, bro, I mean, like, really? Is this where we at now? That's where we at. So that's my whole take on the whole game situation or whatnot. I'm gonna dive deeper into it in a moment, but I've been running my mouth. Jay Lover been running his mouth. So Drees, I'm gonna pass it over to you. You have any comments towards the particular scenario at hand? Some from listening to the other brother.
Uh, all I know is I don't have any plans on getting played. I'm still gonna run my Nelson. I'm still gonna run my 3-2. I'm still gonna run my my uh my my give and go. You know what I'm saying? So I and plus, you know, it all depends. And it's like you can run into somebody that got game as good as you, but just like he said, you gonna know if they about your money, if they gonna know if they about you and how you offer yourself, you gonna know. You also gonna know if you got somebody that is gonna play it. So,
Right.
just like your boy said he gonna replace him, yeah, you gotta replace him, you
But
know.
see, the thing about it, that's easy. And I know he admitted he spoke in reference to old head back in the game. And I appreciate that inference, but things have changed a lot. You know what I'm saying? Things have changed a lot from fucking last year. So just think about 20 or
Oh,
30 years ago. I mean, it's like
yeah.
pretty much it's overwhelming, bro. We got internet, we got uh shit, all these social programs and shit. We got Tinder, we got Bumble, we got all this type of shit. We got OnlyFans, it's just a plethora of shit that just changes the game. Therefore, we have to adapt in some shape, form, or fashion. Some guys are opting out. We voting with our feet. Like, man, fuck it. I see. I'm sitting down at this table. This deck is stacked. I don't know how many jokers they got in this bitch. Tell you what, y'all can have it. I'm gonna go over here. And I think more and more people are opting out to doing that in our community because we late to the show. I see the white boys, but I be talking to them, bro. They be telling me about how their grandpa used to be going to DR. And so I said, your grandpa? He's like, yeah, man, my grandpa used to go to DR way back in the. I said, what? I said, that old ass man, that's in there in ICU right now, your grandpa? He's like, yeah, he used to lay down long dick back in the day. Like, oh, TMI. You know what I'm saying? He's like, yeah, man. I said, have you ever been out the country? I was like, no. I said, well, what about you? You go out there? Oh, dude, me and my friends get together, man. We go out there 2 or 3 times a year. Now, mind you, these are younger white boys, you know what I'm saying? These guys in their 30s and shit. So this shit been handed down from grandpa to son. Now they working on grandson. So it's nothing new to them. So when I talk to my people or whatnot, it's be like first generation. They just getting a passport for the first time. Some of these cats just talking about, man, I went to Florida for the first time. I'm like, dog, how I never been out the state, little dog. Like, you just went to Florida? He's like, yeah, man, I went to Pensacola. It's like a whole nother world out there. I was like, oh my fucking God. You serious, Negro? He's like, yeah, man. So I'm thinking that we starting to catch on. Well, I don't think. I knew we starting to catch on to it now with YouTube. You got black YouTubers out there like Check. You got you, um, Richie Rich, a whole lot of other YouTubers, and like brothers are starting to see that. And I think they're becoming more comfortable with the idea of traveling. And the cookies that they see walking around makes it even more enticing. Now, we do get a bad rap for that, but you know what? Fuck it. I don't care. We could be fucking here or abroad. Somebody gonna still talk bad about you. Live your life. Don't worry about what another motherfucker say. It's all said and done.
Right.
When you land on your fucking deathbed, you're old, your dick ain't getting hard no more, and your teeth is in the fucking retainer land next to you on that bed. You're gonna wish that you got out there and bought and tried as many cookies as you fucking possibly could before you was laying in that bed. So my advice to y'all, if y'all listening to me now, fuck the naysayers. If they say that you're paying for it, if they say you're getting it for free, whatever the fuck they say you're doing, you live your life. And tell them to suck out the corner crack of your ass if they got a problem with it. That's just my opinion. Moving right along. My only thing, well, I feel as though I don't have game. OW don't have no game. It's no gray area. It's either you're a lane with no game or you're a baller and a shot caller. I would like to say I fall somewhere in the middle, like in the gray area, but to the masses, that shit don't exist. You're either on the left or you're on the right. I'm more of a person, I have a direct approach when I go and talk to people. The reason why is I'm getting old. I can't really run game and deceive people because I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna forget the lie. I can't remember a lie I told you when I met you 5 months ago. I can't keep up with that shit. I'd rather just meet you and just be, just straight up honest with you. This is what it is. No, I'm not rich. I may come here every month. I'm on a motherfucking budget. No, I can't take care of you, your 6 kids, and your grandma and I see you, but we can't go out and have a good time. Can you deal with that? Yeah, no, or maybe. That's as deep as my game go. That's it. Like some Negroes like to sell dreams. Well, I come out here and I rent the yacht and the condo on the 23rd floor. That's mine. I'm about a building next year, and I might give you a place. I'm not doing all that shit. I'm sorry. I just got a level with that, and I try to stick with that. I don't go too much further outside the box. But Drees, if you have any input on the subject, we'd be more than happy to hear you right about now.
Well, I'm definitely not selling no dreams. You know what I'm saying? It's like, um, you gotta, you know, you might be offering all this shit, but what are you getting for what you offer? You know what I'm saying? So the best thing to not do is sell dreams. You know what I'm saying? Because motherfucker hold you to your word. You know, fuck around and expose yourself as an asshole. But
True that.
you know, I try to do whatever I can to not pigeonhole myself in any situation. You know, whether it be here or whether it be abroad. So so that way, you can't say, "What, Drees? Last week you said you was gonna give me this." Nah, you ain't gonna do that. You ain't gonna do me that. You know, but but if I could get the upper hand, I'm taking it. That's just the bottom line.
As you should. As you should. Well, I'm going to wind off into this comment section right now because we got a lot of comments in here. I'm interested to hear what y'all brothers think about this particular topic because I know some of y'all say, man, I'm game official. You know what I'm saying? I got the game on Lizard. K-Max say, what it do? W, shout out to you and Jedi. Okay. What is to do? Shout out. Dang, some of y'all, I'm sorry, but I can't get it. Jaws 2003, what's happening, bro? Glad to have you here. Kim Padmore said, game is lies. And to a degree, I agree with you, but there's other people who may think about what a game is. In order to engage in the game, what do? Most of the time, you got to play a game. You turn the PlayStation on, you playing the game. And I think that in a relationship, you shouldn't if you're taking a person seriously, that is, you shouldn't be playing a game. You know, I mean, like your card should be on the table. It shouldn't have to shuffle the fucking deck. You know what I'm saying? That's when shit go to get confusing. People be misled. Shit, tires get flattened. You know what I'm saying? Clothes get bleached and shit. You know, it's because you playing a game. You know, and I think people hear that word game and it has so many different definitions to where they don't realize when you in that relationship with that person, they may be interpreting that game is one thing, but the other person is like, bitch, I'm not here to play no fucking games. It's all or nothing. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's where shit get ugly at. Keymaker, welcome to the chat, my brother. Glad to have you here. K-Mac, shout out to you, Richard Rich. All right. Casper Casper in the fucking building. What's happening with you, Casper? I'm glad you stopped by tonight, my brother. Coasted 32. What the fuck it do? Man, Coasted been a supporter for a long time, brother. I appreciate you coming by. Oh, I gotta pay some bills right quick. I want to give a shout out to K-Mac. I appreciate that cash out, my brother. He's been a long time supporter. I appreciate what you do when you do it. All right, who we got here? We got another K-Mac right here. He said Jedi, Mr. Johnny Walker, Black Label. Y'all see, boy, y'all boys be on that liquor, boy. I ain't knocking it, brother. Goddamn. I ain't gonna lie. I wish I'd have caught y'all fellas a couple of years ago when I used to be a fucking staunch down drunk. I bet you I'd try to drink all you Negroes under the fucking table. I had an Uber outside waiting for me. That's right, but I don't drink no more. But back in the days, it's been hell to pay. I'm not. Casper said you need that game indeed. You know, I just like I just wonder what type of game you talking about when you say run game. You know, it's just so many levels to that shit, bro. It could be misconstrued and taken the wrong way, and it can. Oh, there you go.
It could be the discount game.
Yeah, nah. You know, you could be a silver tongued devil and talk a motherfucker down. You know, I done done that a time or two. You know, but that was just me dictating what the market was worth. And
I mean, that's what we supposed to do that, but you know, like unlike some people, you know, they gotta go send, you know, $50 a month to OnlyFans now. They allowing the ladies to dictate the market now, and that ain't right.
Hey, can you brothers hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, bro. I gotta do a few more shout outs, cousin, bro. Shout out to Afro Nation 54. Who this is? What about old school one? The cars in the shop. You ain't say which shop. Okay, I'm gonna leave that one alone. All right, go ahead and do your thing, bro. I'm gonna get back to the chat later. I got a few more to go. Jay Lover.
Okay, yeah. If I drop out again, bro, I'll just go ahead and hit you guys through the live chat. But I think Drees brought up something, you know, interesting when he said, you know, niggas try to shoot that game when they negotiate. You know, I'm kind of cut from a different cloth to whereas if I got the right game for the right bitch, ain't no negotiating. You know, she's down with my groove. And I think both of you brothers can kind of relate to that. I mean, sometimes we as men, we trick off and we do what we got to do and we trying to get the best deal we can get. But when you got good game, you got good game. And game don't cost shit. You know, it bothers me when I hear people say, you know, do I need to take a certain type of game overseas? Because I'm going to reiterate, be yourself. You know, when you go overseas, you essentially got a new beginning. Whatever the fuck you were in America, whether you were 300 pounds and a no good looking motherfucker, you can reinvent yourself. You know what I'm saying? So you take a positive mindset and handle your business. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's the thing.
Now, I'm not laughing at you, but per se, brother. But when you said that shit, you take a 300-pound motherfucker. That's hilarious. But I totally agree with you, brother. It is true. I totally agree with you. And it does require a level of game, but that comes down to just basic conversation skills. You know, just basic social skills.
Yeah, exactly. It comes down to how you built, man. If you can't talk to a bitch, you can't talk to a bitch. And if you got to buy a bitch, that kind of complicates things. Because have I ever paid bread for a bitch? Yeah, I have, because business was business. But I'm gonna tell you this: for every bitch in the Dominican, every bitch in the Bahamas, every bitch in Mexico that I fucked around and dealt with, business was business. But after conducted business, I shot the P and came up. So it wasn't about finances no more. You know what I'm saying? It was about that. And it really wasn't even game. It was me being myself, man. We need to take the word game out of the equation. Be yourself. Because if a bitch is feeling you, she's going to feel you. If she don't, she don't. But I don't leave it up to them. I don't chase, I replace. It's too many of them, and it's only one of me. So what the fuck I look like playing games? I shoot the P like Silky Blue taught me. Shoot the B. Shoot the P. I'm telling you, man, it's if there's any type of game, it's the numbers game. And what I mean by that is you can talk to 10 bitches. If 2 of them feel you, you came up 20%. If 6 of them feel you came up 60%. That's the only game I'm worried about. The numbers game. And more to the point, if a bitch could put some money in my pocket, I really came up. You feel me? So that's what the game is about. If you got to slither your way into a bitch's panties, that ain't no game, man. That's you. That's part-time pimping, man.
You made this shit sound so bad, bro. You said slither. Like this is a low down snake in the grass, serpento motherfucker. I'm like, God damn. I feel you on that though, bro. I feel you on that, man. It's a dirty game out here,
It's a dirty game, but you got to choose to play it. I mean, OW, I know you a P. Drees, I know you get down how you get down. What I'm saying to you guys is you ain't got to take no shorts if you don't want to. Sometimes we play the game just, because that's what's in front of us. But I don't think either one of us on this panel have any problem telling a bitch to go fuck herself on to the next one.
Oh yeah, pretty much. I take pride in that shit, to be honest with you. I look forward to telling the motherfucker that shit. You come talk me some crazy ass numbers. I'm gonna show you what to do at.
That's my point. So who's playing games? We ain't playing no games at all. We put it out there like it is. These bitches can go or they can move on. Go ahead, Drees. I didn't mean to cut you off, bro.
No. I'm just happen to see something where there's a new guy online, and to get their numbers up, they're using supposedly some of my clips. So, it's a new thing for me. I don't know what these black brothers is getting out of it. But except for they live 15 seconds of fame. But I wasn't gonna say nothing. I was,
but even that, bro, they playing a game because they coming up off your labor. You see what I'm saying?
Pretty much.
That's a game in itself. But are they gonna win that game?
Nah, because all I gotta do is stop.
Exactly. So it's not what you do, it's how you do it.
Right.
And I hate it when I hear brothers talk about game, because either you got it or you don't. Man, I myself, Jay, love a man, because I've never had a problem with a bitch. Ever. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I've got no problem saying no. I got no problem walking away. Once again, if a bitch smells what I'm cooking, she can come and have a meal. Otherwise, she can call to the next motherfucker. But I'm not losing in any way, so there is no game played. I'm being myself. I grew how I grew.
This is my question. I want to ask both of you, brother Jay Lover. You can answer this question, because I'm in total opposition to this. Can game actually be taught to someone? Like you as a person, as an individual, if somebody walked up to you, green as fucking grass, green as collard greens. All right, he knows nothing. Could you actually teach this person game, the game that you use?
Let me put you like this, and the best example I can give you is this. Remember that movie, The Last Dragon, with Vanity and that little black dude that was the karate motherfucker trying to be like Bruce Lee?
Take him out.
Sure enough, Bruce Leroy. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
Bruce Leroy. Exactly. Bruce Leroy couldn't be the master until he believed in himself. That Chinese dude was teaching him all types of shit, but he couldn't beat Show Enough until he believed in himself. Until a nigga
Right.
believe in himself, any game you think you learn ain't gonna work because the game is to be sold, not told, like I said earlier. And the only way you can sell it is if you believe in yourself. A car salesman, when he sells a car, I'm selling you this car for $5,000. He's got to believe it's worth it. You dig? So you can't fuck around and try to sell some shit that you don't believe in. So if you don't believe in yourself, any motherfucker can try to teach you all types of game. If you can't sell it, that's what I'm trying to tell that brother that came to you. The game is to
Right.
be sold, not told. If I drop off the line again, I want him to remember that. You can think you can watch the Mac, you can watch Superfly, you can watch all that shit. Unless you believe that you that type of nigga, you can't sell that shit. You can't.
Well, just the idea of that you can sell game is game within itself for a motherfucker that don't have no game. Because technically you can't sell that shit.
Say that one more time, bro, because you were kind of breaking up.
Oh, I was saying, just reiterating what you were saying. Technically, game itself and selling it to someone is a game because you technically can't sell game to someone. So saying that the game is to be sold, I'm gonna sell you this game, my brother, for the low price of $8.99. You know, and to get that person to buy that game is a game within itself. Now the brother then fell off again, but it's all right. When you go to the island and you can't speak or understand Spanish, how the fuck can you kick someone out the game? Can you kick someone game?
Right.
K-Mac, you spot on point with that, my brother. You spot on point with that. And to be honest with you, I can honestly say that I know the particular person in question. Brother, don't be offended. Nobody knows who your name is. I know you don't speak no Spanish. I just know you don't. You know what I'm saying? So this is something else you could take into consideration as well when you're traveling to these countries. If you're worried about game, you should be worried about the language. All right. And not in that order, meaning you should worry about the language
Language
first,
first.
then the game. All right.
Yeah. Cause I'm trying to tell a dude right now, which is something I was gonna talk about my next live, which is tonight. I sent you the link already. Talking about this dude, he went to Dominican Republic and he ain't do no kind of research, you know. You know what I'm talking about. The motherfucker just all of a sudden just dropped out all the flight clubs and whatnot and just left
Oh,
and went to DR, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know if he had a good time, you know. Now he talking about he wanna go somewhere else. And I'm like, hold on, dog. You might well slow down on that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's crazy. You gotta at least know some kind of phrases, or at least know some responses to those phrases. And last but not least, if you don't know no Spanish, no language, at least know your money. You know what I'm saying?
there you go. There you go.
And
Um,
oh, go ahead.
no, I'm listening to you. I was just like,
And and, I'm tripping off this video I seen here, man. You know, it's you know, I don't want to give it no extra wings, but I'm looking at this shit right now, and it's a trip. You know,
oh, you talk about the video that I was in?
yeah, I seen you in there.
Hey, bro, I had to reach out to that dude, bro. I felt some kind of way about that shit.
I
Even
seen you.
though it was just my image in there, it was just
Right.
that the idea, the name of the video, then my face shows up. It's like I'm kind of like affiliated with that tag. You know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, dog, uh,
I
could you
mean,
not
but
have my face in there?
right.
Fuck.
But what killed me about it is he talking about brothers abroad promoting this and that, but as soon as the video come on and say escape the matrix, then ain't you going abroad too? You know, it's a trip, man. Motherfucker trying to. It's like it's like 50. Everybody want to be 50 Cent. I'ma talk shit about Ja Rule while at the same time doing the same shit Ja Rule did. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's and like I said, the bullshit that followed that we trying to get away from here, you know, it's starting to follow now. You know,
Right.
motherfucker ain't had no fucking fun. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man.
And the thing about it, I don't see what's wrong with anything that's happening between two consenting adults. You know, and it's just messing Negroes. You know that can't that not saying I'm the most talented, but when you have people who are using something that you created or I created and trying to use it for their benefit, that's a motherfucker. Like if all I did, if everybody just stopped for a week, these motherfuckers wouldn't have nothing to say.
I'm having
You
some
know?
technical difficulties over here. Somebody done called my phone. That's done threw everything off. Can you even hear me?
Yeah, hey,
All right, cool. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go through this comment section right quick. I was gonna do this a little bit longer, but I'm having some technical difficulties. I'm gonna go through here and give y'all fellas a few shots out. I appreciate y'all having y'all here. With that being said, if you're in the chat room, please go ahead and give us a thumbs up. I appreciate it. And here we go. Snug Williams says, you either got pesos or default number 99 is your option. Snug, stay on that. He stay on Big Norman hand, bro. You don't get home hand, boys. There's some shit there, boys. It's real. But that's a lot of fellas game. They be like, look, I don't know the language. I ain't trying to learn that shit. I got pesos. My pesos is my game, you know. But I don't think that's a long-term option that's sustainable. If you're going over there a lot, you're gonna have to learn the language. All right, you're gonna have to communicate with people. It's just a matter of time, my brother. I mean, it depends on what you want. But I will say this: the interactions that I've had with ladies over there who I could say were like I'm not gonna say like wife material or nothing, but the girls who were actually into me and it wasn't about a pay for play thing, those were some of the best experiences I had in and outside of the bedroom because there was a connection there. And to have that connection, you're gonna have to be able to conversate with a person. That's just no doubt, no doubt. All right, here we go. Social media takes too much effort. Bronze Cap, I agree with you with that because it's draining. And even more so for a prolonged period of time, when you're messaging people, you're not getting the message back, you're not getting the response that you want. Over a period of time, that becomes mentally draining. And that's why you have guys who just be like, man, look, fuck all that. My time is more valuable. Let me go ahead on and get this motherfucker these $30 to get to the point. So it's definitely understandable. The only problem with it is when people go public with it and they speak of it, they tend to be insulted and attacked by the general public. It's just one of those things. You can't get around it. Hate it or love it. It's almost like people prefer for you to take the hardest path to get to where you need to go, and that gives them their own happiness, so to speak. So, hey, my opinion: do what you want to do. Do what makes you happy. Get to point A to point B with the least resistance. That's my take on it. So you gotta throw a motherfucker a few shillings, throw them bitches at him. Simple as that. All men are not created equal. We all have to play our own role in life. Here we go. Casper says definitely better understand the game so you don't get played by it, but the game is here and abroad. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The game is everywhere. You can't avoid it. You cannot avoid them shits. Casper be dropping some knowledge, man. Boy, Casper done been out here for a while. You know what he's hitting for. No doubt about it. You know what I'm saying? All right. These mangoes on these islands are asking for our watches. Damn, you ain't lying about that, K Mac. Look, I ain't had nobody ask me for an iWatch yet, but I'm waiting for. Ooh, I'm just waiting for a bitch to ask me for an iWatch. I'm gonna light her ass up. Waiting for that shit. All right. Damn. And you're right. Hell yeah. Man, Jackson Jeter, he said something that was really borderline and tell like he wasn't roasting somebody. He was like some legit shit right there. All right, Jackson Jeter. You know what I'm saying? Hey, he must have had one of them Caparettis or something the night you be sipping on dreams because he kind of calm over there. He actually finally said some shit that wasn't lightweight aggressive.
Yeah, all right,
You
man.
know?
Shout out to Jackson Jeter. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, though, bro. That's why I try to stay with. That's part of the reason why I started the whole consultation, because my like I got people on my what's that right now? Won't know about this and that, and I'm like, I mean, bro. I mean, it get at this. It saves me from being in bullshit videos like the one I'm looking at right now. Yet at the same time, the shit gets, you know, the shit gets irritating
Redundant.
when all yeah, it gets irritating when people keep asking, what about the hoes? What about the hoes? What I mean, I don't know, probably because I got a semi fiance or whatever. But but because sooner or later, even though my lady know how what I do, I tell her what I do for as YouTube is concerned on YouTube and for subscribers that ask me off YouTube for consultation. She don't have a problem with it. So I don't see what some other dude that's actually traveling to these same countries I'm going to and how he'd have a problem with it. But the only thing I see is just him wanting to get his notoriety. But you know, cats like this here don't last long.
That's that clout chaser shit. And I mean, to be fair, I'm not gonna speak for everybody, but me myself, and I know people. I ain't gonna put them out there, but when we first go to these countries, sometimes I'm not gonna lie, you get the kid in the candy store syndrome. You get out there, you see all this scattered ass walking around, different flavors, different colors, bitches batting their eyes at you that probably wouldn't have looked at you twice in the States. Yeah, sometimes you get out there and you gonna go for the rundown. You're gonna go through that phase, you know. But after a while, it lacks luster. And you're gonna start to want to have something more stable, because you can run down a hill, but you can't fuck everybody. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna
Right.
kill yourself if you try to. So eventually that shit just plays out, and eventually it comes a time you're like, man, you know what? I would like to have just one decent woman that I could come and spend time with. And fuck it, if it works out for me, somebody who I could spend the rest of my life with. A lot of men, us being men, we don't want to admit that shit because we got this like this machismo thing going on. But everybody got feelings. At some point or the other, you're gonna want somebody to feel the same way towards you that you feel about them. And once you get to that point, then the whole little mongering or whatever they want to call it, that shit just falls to the wayside and you move forward in life. But it's a phase. Some men never grow out of that phase. They've been so fucked up here in the States, they've been ran through the ringer, and that's it. That's who their personality. That's who they are. That's their personality. You can't change them. But all of us aren't like that. Is the point I'm making to you. And eventually it wears out. I mean, Jay even went into that discussion with me. He said, he started off one way, but as time went on, your eyes begin to be open. And you like, man, I did that shit 5 years ago when I first started coming out here. I say, see, you still young. You what, 35 years old? Come back and talk to me in about 5 years when you've been coming out here and see if you still trying to chase down every piece of pussy you see on Pedro Casante, motherfucker. And I was like, well, okay, whatever. Well, fast forward, it didn't take 5 years. It took like 7 months. And
Yeah,
God damn, I'm tired. And I like, you start looking for something more substantial and long term. But to each his own. I just speaking from my personal experience and brothers who I've been traveling with. Brother Drees right here, he's an example of that. He found him a good lady. He gonna try and make it work. But hey, if it don't, you still have that option. You know, when you're here in
yeah,
America, they know you don't have all those options and they exploit that shit, you know. They send you through hell and high water and they feel like, nigga, if you leave here, you're gonna be dry dick for the next year. So you better put up with my shit. And a lot of niggas do. You see it all the fucking time. But the difference there is they know in the back of their head, if this nigga leave here tonight, before he get to the corner, they gonna be three bitches out there who will suck his dick for $20. That shit keep him modest. Trust me, it keep him modest. Believe me, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Those are some of the differences right there. We're coming up on the hour mark right quick. I got a few more people in the chat I want to give a shout out to. Travelmatic, shout out to Travelmatic. Castle for King, of course. Jackson Jeter, Jay Clyde, glad to have you here, my brother. Roll the tape. Say Jackson Jeter, that's facts. Always is, always is. Glad to have you here. HD chilling. Appreciate you, my brother. He has been a longtime friend, member of WTU. I met that brother before a while back. Good people. And he said, question at Kenneth. Oh, Kenneth McDonald says he leaves tomorrow. Oh, okay, K-Mac, you out of here tomorrow, huh? All right. Oh yeah, K-Mac, I heard from Big Boss. Big Boss, all right, man. Boy, happy as a hog and slop, boy. Believe in me, Big Boss is all right. Keymaker say nothing wrong with paying for mangoes if you want some no strings attached action. But the problem is some of the traveling brothers try to cuff these chicas and end up getting played and beat up.
And
I ain't gonna touch that one.
and
But
and and making videos about other people who are still traveling. Yeah, throw that
right.
one in there too.
Oh yeah. I had a bad experience, so I'm just gonna go back and cuff, no, not cuff, but hate on everybody that's a traveler and try and destroy they future and just their name in general, you know what I'm saying? Trying to run a nigga off of YouTube, you know what I'm saying, with bullshit ass stories. But it happens and it is what it is. But with that being said, fellas, I want to tell y'all, thank y'all for coming through tonight and having y'all on here. Drees, do you have any closing words for the fellas out there? Words of inspiration?
Yeah, man. I'm gonna be going live in about maybe 30 minutes. So I just sent the link to that guy right there, and he can put it into the chat if he wants to. Um, Other than that, I don't know how many people are here, but y'all could just go ahead on and get ready to come to my channel. We're gonna talk about lazy travelers. We having enough people talking about manga travelers and or whatever that is, but we'll be talking about lazy travelers tonight and the mistakes they make and the problems that's awaiting them in this post, or should I say in this pandemic time. You know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, man, if you don't catch up with me on my next show, man, y'all have a good night. Walk the peaceful path that makes you happy rather than the tightrope giving that makes others content with your being miserable. This is Drees, and I'll see y'all later.
They got 40 of y'all in here right now. So I expect to see 45 of y'all over there on Drees channel tonight. It'd be greatly appreciated. But
Oh,
y'all have a good one.
and one last thing. No
Go ahead,
locking ass. No locking ass, people.
Lock ass. Oh my goodness. Oh man, bro, man. Man. I just want to see the Negro that was in penitentiary that came up with that shit. Like what was happening to him and he was just all of a sudden he just bust out, lock ass. And I'm like, God damn, you couldn't think of nothing else. But yeah, bro,
Right.
it's suspicious, but hey, it is what it is. But
Right.
anyway, fellas, I appreciate y'all. Rod Lewis, shout out to you, player. Appreciate you having on the channel. Series Gen C. Ain't seen you in a while. Jaws 2003. Y'all have a good night, and I'll see y'all in a few minutes. Y'all be easy. Peace.